Yeah,
Yo.
I think it's smart because like now in like the podcast and social media era, there's like so many people are oversaturated. You see them way too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to disappear for 10 years and come back, it's effective. It's a way to keep people interested. I think he did miss a golden opportunity on reporting during the Trump era. Jon
He
Stewart.
definitely did, yeah. He was doing stand-up about it. I saw him open for Chappelle. Or they were like co-headlining. I don't know what it was, but...
Special guest Elle Kennedy, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, welcome Elle to the pod.
Here with her thoughts on Israel and
Trump's farts.
Ireland's neutrality in World War II
Yeah.
and Trump farts.
Yep.
Love it. Love all three of those things. In order. In that order. Trump farts number one.
Yeah, gotta be.
Gotta be.
Yeah, Trump's been farting in court. That's
I
what I'm
suppose this
hearing.
is like the most we've ever seen him have to sit for something all in one sitting. You know what I mean? Like he has to be in there for like 6-7 hours a day.
You gotta speak for yourself. I haven't had to see any of it. I ate watch and I'm not like what do we why are we can't we just see like the updates on it? Like or just like little can't they just give us like cliff notes of what's happening? Why are we watching so hard?
I think it's just ratings. People are just
It's the
fascinated by
ratings.
him.
Yeah, it's gotta be that.
Yeah, it's I had this thought the other day. It's like him or hate him, something I do like about the Trump phenomenon is just that it's animated everybody to this crazy, like everybody's got an opinion. Literally everybody's got an opinion. Even with other things that should matter way more, people are like, yeah, I don't know about that. But with Trump, like instantly, like he farts and we're talking about it.
yeah, that's all he has to do. I have the best farts. No one else farts like me.
They're huge.
I could see him being a fart denier for sure. I could see him like blatantly farting and being like, "That wasn't me." No.
Must have been Stormy.
Horse face. Oh God.
What does this mean? What happened? Who is it? What are you talking about?
Stormy Daniels is the one he's in court with for now,
the
right?
Porn star?
Yeah.
Oh
for
yeah. She's got.
That's what he's in court for, right? Right now?
Didn't she go on record saying that he ordered a pizza that had like a bunch of little pizzas on it? Did he not? Is that, I don't know. I like that only passed through my dash like maybe once or twice. This is on Tumblr, but like someone said that she literally like said that he ordered a pizza and he was like, I want you to put little pizzas on top of it. Now I'm saying it out loud and I'm like, this can't be true.
Like the little gummy pizzas?
I'll Google.
That's what I'm. I mean, that's immediately what I pictured.
I believe
is
anything
like,
of him at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't.
It does remind me of that episode of Nathan For You where he like helps save
the little free pizza.
Yeah, if we're late, you get a free pizza, but it's just a tiny one.
It's like first. Where is my phone?
That show is so fucking funny, dude.
He's incredible.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Even that other show he did was on HBO was great.
I tried the rehearsal. Maybe I should give it
that's what it
another
was
try.
called. It's really good.
Like
it builds up.
It was
Dude,
like
just
so
wait.
Much.
Yeah, you gotta. It gets way better. The build up is phenomenal.
So what list of topics did you have?
Oh well, the Trump
what's the
farts was
docket?
number
Yeah,
one, and then we got going on that.
Trump farts number one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trump farts on top.
Also, just real quick before I forget it, he eats like exclusively McDonald's. His farts must be ruining the courtroom.
True. Yeah.
Oh, does he really?
He eats a lot of
I
McDonald's.
imagine if you eat only McDonald's, you can't be passing anything. That stuff.
Him and Chad Ochocinco.
He sits like a rock inside of your body. Like it immediately
Him and Chad
solidifies and then
Ochocinco.
nothing happens to it for the rest of. Say what?
Him and Chad Ochocinco are the epitome of health.
Okay.
Because they exclusively eat McDonald's.
I googled it. He did not order pizza with like little pizzas on top. It's just some silly thing someone said.
I would love to just keep that lie going, though.
Yeah.
Let's
You're on
pretend.
here for 2 minutes and you're already spouting fake news.
Peddling lies.
The other topic was the Drake diss with the Tupac and Snoop Dogg AI.
Yeah, it's great.
It's really good, dude.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Having Tupac talk shit to Kendrick when that's like his hero is great.
Yeah, he's out here. He's killing these hoes.
Yeah. And Chris Brown took out Quavo. That's very funny.
I didn't see that.
Oh, yeah. He had a diss track to him.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quavo put one out, and everyone's roasting him for it because it's not as good.
Nice.
He said, like, crackhead Michael Jackson, you better beat it, or something like that. That was his best line. That was the best line of the diss track from Quavo.
That's funny. It's just like stupid.
It's yeah. It's funny because it's bad.
Goofy. Yeah.
It's also redundant. It's like we all know Michael Jackson was on drugs.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was also crackhead Michael Jackson.
Right. I like how Kendrick has started this thing where he just put out one diss verse on this Future song, and now everybody's going at everybody about everything.
Yeah.
There's nobody's sitting this out.
Megan Thee Stallion and like Nicki Minaj did that earlier this year too, right? Isn't it just like a dramatic year? Isn't everyone's just like really cutthroat this year?
Yeah, everyone's beefing.
Right?
Yeah.
It feels like the most effective way to get attention anyway. So, and you can literally like you can just point your gun at anyone you want, like just sing about them or whatever, like, and then I mean, that's got to be it, right? I have I don't know. I haven't heard any of these.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's a bad topic for right now.
No, that's okay. I mean, you understand the general principle of it, which is great for business.
No, it's good for
So Kendrick Lamar, he was on Future and Metro Boomin's album, and he did a verse, and he came at Drake and J. Cole because they said that they were in the big three of rap.
Right, and then didn't J. Cole respond, and then immediately
and then he apologized.
Like, I didn't like that. I hated that. Yeah, I heard about that part where I was just like, that's cool.
Oh, and also Kanye's in it now.
Oh well.
Yeah.
He did a remix to like that, which is very funny.
Everybody's catching strays from Kanye right now.
Yeah.
You really liked his album, right? Didn't you? Because I've listened to your guys' podcast. Like you were talking about it. I think you were talking about it with Cam. Maybe? Yeah. Because you guys were putting off like who your favorites were. But,
yes. Yeah.
But yeah.
I did like Vultures though.
Vultures.
Yeah, it was good.
What do you think of it? Did you listen?
I listened to it once, and I remember it getting like a little bit more exciting in like the second half, but like really not letting any of it register because I was doing other stuff. And then it what like nothing grabbed me where I was like, I gotta go back and listen to this again. I literally just like let it slide off me and was like, I'm glad I tried it, but whatever. Yeah, didn't do anything.
Yeah, I'm a huge Kanye guy. I always have been.
Yeah.
That was the first like rap artist that I ever listened to. My mom bought me the Late Registration album when I was in like 3rd grade, and she bought the explicit version by accident.
That's a dream.
I remember listening to Late Registration. That music was so awesome that like he would be talking about things that I had no life experience with whatsoever, and I still found relatable. Like I remember that song "Addiction," listening to that in like 5th grade. And being like, I get this.
I'm hard now.
Oh yeah.
I get this.
That's a good song, dude.
This.
That's a great Kanye song.
Like beer is gross, but I understand what's going on.
Beer is gross, but yeah, that's funny. Yeah.
He talks about drinking Hypnotic in that. Have you ever drank in that?
No.
That shit's crazy.
I used to drink it we used to drink
like
it in like high school. Yeah, it's like in this weird bottle, but it's blue.
Crazy. It's blue and it's full of like artificial glitter, so it's got like this like potion looking quality to it. But it, like when you swirl it around, it literally just looks like it, offensive to the natural world.
But we used to mix it with Hennessy.
Oh,
so it would turn green. It would turn green.
It's the blackest drink.
Incredible Hulk, dude. Yeah, Hypnotic and Hennessy, dude.
Incredible Hulk.
That's what we call it. Yeah.
That is,
that was sick, dude. And you just get blacked out drunk off of like 3 cups of it.
Have you ever had like moonshine
immediately get angry? Yeah.
Grain alcohol?
Yeah.
I've had grain alcohol, never moonshine.
How'd that go?
It was pretty. I mean, like I don't know.
Well, yeah,
normal, like a normal drink situation. I just remember being like around more, literally in Oklahoma, like where it's just like every so often I'd be at like a house party and someone would be like, check this out, and like they would have like their own from whoever their guy is from, whoever in their family, because like literally every one person has.
You can like go blind from that, can't you?
Yeah.
If you drink too much. Sick.
Yeah, you can go blind from a lot of stuff if you try hard.
That's true. Yeah.
You got the right attitude for it. You can go blind any day of the week.
That's true. I have been eating nickels. I've been trying.
Dude. Is that Family Guy? Wait.
Yeah, that was Family Guy, yeah.
Well, if you consume them slowly enough, your body will develop a tolerance.
Yeah.
Like a nickel tolerance.
Oh, I've been doing it since like I was...
Yeah, it's important. I mean, if anybody ever tries to kill you by making you eat a ton of nickels, you'll be like, I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Yeah.
I thought that...
Try again, idiot.
Like, how everyone has, like, their... Like, they thought that, like quicksand was going to be a bigger problem, or, like, alligator moats and, like, stuff like that. Like, mine was definitely, like, poison tolerance, because the movie... fucking The Princess Bride was like really impactful on me, and like that scene was really impactful, and I was like, I need to eat small amounts of poison. Which I'm really glad I didn't like follow any of that train of thought. But I remember thinking about it a lot as a kid, where I'm just like, this won't happen to me. Strategically, I was prepared for this. Like, I'm not going to be in this situation.
Not going to get caught slipping.
Well, living in America, all of us are eating small amounts of poison every day.
No, yeah,
that's true.
The Shody, yeah. No, it's for sure.
Oh, dude, speaking of alligator moats, that was one of my favorite Trump things that I forget. There have been so many great Trump things that I forget them. I memory hold them. One of his proposals when he was building the wall
alligator moats
was alligator moats.
Oh yeah,
Can you imagine across the entire Mexican border?
Yeah.
How many fucking gators? How much would that cost?
Okay.
We have to move half of Florida to Texas.
Immediately, like, thinking about it, like, if someone were to go about doing that, my mind is just like, that could be done. Like, that could be pulled off, like, stupid, like, it wouldn't be, like, super easy, but I'm just thinking about how, like, alligators would be such a, like, invasive species, like, it wouldn't take that much to do that.
It
like,
creates so many
no,
problems.
you know about how, like,
Yeah, it would.
Pablo Escobar, like, he had, like, his own personal zoo,
yeah.
and then, like, that created, like, a hippopotamus, like, epidemic in South America. Like, now they're, like, kind of indigenous, but it's because of, like, literally just, like, a handful of
I lived in Colombia. I can tell you about the hippos.
I'm just saying, it's, like, it's
hippos were
stupid
were just fucking people up around there, right?
Well, moving animals, yeah, it's dumb.
Say what?
Moving animals.
Oh,
Just from
yeah,
one place
no,
to
it's-
another, it just
yeah,
creates
yeah.
problems.
I'm just thinking about, like, how, like, we could create a really big alligator problem. Like, it can be done. It's, like, easier than you think. Like,
I mean, that is something I miss from, like the old days of like large scale combat, is like animals were involved. You had this great bit about like how horses don't know that they're
acting.
They're acting because
Yep.
they think they're in actual war, and historically horses have been in war. I think I'd like to bring that back. I'd like to see more animals on the battlefield.
Yeah. People riding elephants and shit. That'd be sick.
Dude, more elephants.
Yeah.
yeah.
Elephants, bears, gators. But yeah, just
whatever.
But to your point, though, that, like, you have this instinct that you feel like it could be done, that was another thing that was kind of brilliant about all of Trump's ridiculous suggestions, is people were like, oh, we could never build a wall. And he's like, what are you talking? It's a wall. Like,
It's a wall.
It's the simplest thing
Just
possible.
a wall.
Yeah.
It's the simplest thing possible.
Anyone can do it. What's the first thing you make with blocks?
Yeah.
Fucking...
That's
A
true.
literal toddler could
A
pull
literal
this off.
baby can make...
pull it off.
like, promise you, it's just a wall.
If we just let a bunch of them in real quick,
Yeah.
they'll build the wall really quickly, and then we make them go back.
Don Jr.
Yeah.
and Eric made a fort out of pillows in the basement of the White House this morning. Like, I think, and then the Democrats are in this back foot position where they have to argue that no, we can't build a wall.
Yeah, I
It's
mean,
we
like, when you
obviously-
have, like, baby proposals like that, like, when you're little, like, your ideas are baby ideas.
Yeah.
It's, like, hard to argue that, because it's literally, like, it's so insane. That's, like, his whole bit, is that he's, like, he's so dumb you can't argue with him.
Yes.
His things are too stupid.
It's like, where do I even begin?
If you engage at all, you're, like, bringing your fucking down to his level, and then, you know, it's just very, you know.
And that's where you get
You're not supposed to do that with, like, all sorts of stuff. Kids, dogs, you know, like...
What is
Well, that was the
like,
Shane Gillis bit. That's why Biden was such a good opponent.
Oh, yeah,
for him.
where he literally just like, your son's gay as hell. He's like, what?
What?
He literally just be like, what? It worked perfectly. It was
Yeah.
literally just like, he's just a blank
That was
wall.
Trump's kryptonite, dude.
Yeah,
You couldn't
the
get
only
in.
thing that would not work.
Yeah, that's a locked room.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Dude, I love that special. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the best.
Yeah, he's
the
great.
best. Yeah, isn't that like Mark Twain quote, like, don't ever fight an idiot because they'll drag you down and then beat you with experience?
Mhm.
Like, that's exactly...
That's fun and clever.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll take that home with me. That's good.
I forget who said it.
Yeah.
We'll call it
Beat
Mark
you
Twain.
with
Mark Twain's a
experience.
good name to throw on, like, an old-timey American-sounding thing,
Yeah.
you know?
Don't cry over spilled milk.
Yeah.
Mark Twain
For sure.
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it, like, ass can make up for a lack of tits, but tits can't make up for lack of ass? Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln said that, yeah.
Yeah, beautiful.
Abraham Lincoln also
Fucking poet, dude.
He also famously said, oh shit! And that was it.
Oh my god, this made me laugh so much. You want to just quote comedians for the rest of the time?
Yeah,
I'm
we do
down,
this
dude.
We don't have to come
Yeah.
up with anything ourselves.
Yeah.
But Louis asked when he did that President's podcast with Shane.
Yeah.
Asked like, do you know, like as a trivia question, do you know what play they were watching? That Lincoln was watching. It was Hamilton. And when they shot him, he was like, "Thank God."
That's good.
Awesome.
Did you ever see any of that? I know they put it on like Disney Max at some point, or Disney Plus, or whatever.
See any what?
Hamilton?
Hamilton.
No. Oh my god, no.
I also found it incredibly distasteful. Like,
Yeah,
just
no,
the concept of it. bothered me.
I couldn't tell you, like, I get that it's got to be about Hamilton, but, like, I don't understand what's going, like, I don't know what Wicked is about. Like, I'm so far removed, like, I that stuff, like...
I think they should keep rap
blinders.
music.
Like, I'm really good at having no idea about,
They should
like,
keep rap music out of musicals, is my opinion on it.
Yeah. Yeah, it just struck me as the kind of thing that, like, rich white parents are then going to go to all the parent-teacher conferences that year, find, like, the one set of black parents, and be like, you know, we saw Hamilton. We thought it was great. We also voted
Really
for
good.
Obama.
And we love Get Out.
Yeah. And Get Out. Get Out was the best movie.
Get Out was the best movie ever. Scared the shit out of me.
I just love to be reminded that white people are terrible. That makes me one of the good ones.
Yeah,
the
that's
good
good
whites.
stuff. That's
I like
Yeah,
to
Hamilton
I don't
just seemed
know.
like an excuse. A we're one of the good whites, for an entire play.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally just like it's a musical, so I just turned right off. Did not pay attention to any of it. And then following suit, every single person who's ever mentioned Hamilton in a positive way has been annoying. So I'm
worst
like,
kind of
I've made the
person.
right bet. Like, I put my money in the right place here. I just don't want anything to do with it.
Speaking of good musicals, have you ever seen The Book of Mormon?
No,
No?
I lived it.
I know. It's it's phenomenal.
Transition, dude. That
Hell
was-
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get into Mormonism. That's fucking weird.
Yep.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
I know a lot because I've
Do
South
you?
Park guys taught me it.
All right, let's
South
start.
Park-
Let's
oh,
start with
word.
Jacob Smith.
Joseph Smith.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah.
Already, I'm learning.
He was like a known con artist before he became a
Prophet.
The prophet. Yeah.
Yeah, he like was already taken to court several times for like swindling and grifting and just like all a laundry list of things you would never want to know and like a self-appointed leader was guilty of. Like court done. Oh, like these are charged. These are like known things, not like hearsay. And he could not get into he couldn't get into the Masons. He wanted to so bad, and he fashioned like a majority of like the style after what they were doing because he like wanted to do what they were doing and stuff. And that's the long and short of it, you know.
So there's
My
I'm
favorite,
only- Go ahead.
My bad. My favorite Joseph Smith story is that the first time that he had someone write the book down, the dude's wife was like, well, if he's lying, you couldn't see the stones. So if he's lying, we'll take a couple pages and just have him do it again. Say that he lost it. And then he's like, fuck. I don't remember everything that I said. So he like changed it. And he was like, actually, this one's from a different book of the new Bible.
Yeah.
And that's what he ended up writing down the second time.
Yeah.
He was like, they're going to be basically the same, but it's going to be a little different. It's from the book of Nephites instead. Right?
Nephites.
Yeah.
Nailed
I'd
it.
never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Nephites.
Lephites and Nephites or something was the two things.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of UFC
Yeah,
talk
It's
in
all
there.
knees.
Yeah.
It's just fan fiction. It's literally just like he was just making up OCs, like making up stories, doing. He was just taking the Bible for a spin. You know, just see.
Yeah, he just said this would be sick if there was more of this.
Yeah, he was just like if I
Imagine
he
if
made up his
Jesus
own
came
story.
to America.
Literally. Just like, I love this Jesus character. I'm going to bring him to America. I'm going to write, like, all these cool stories about how he is, like, how my religion starts. It's just like,
Yeah.
it's just good, yeah.
Which is pretty much what they did with the
Just
first
spinning
two. So
yarn.
he just added the third.
Yeah.
Just a new author.
It makes me laugh imagining people in Jesus' time having this exact same complaint. Just be like, man, if people knew how much of a fucking grifter this guy was.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just
He
doing-
built me a fucking stool and it sucks.
It's just Jewish fanfiction. He just took the Torah, added some shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so wild though that like people can be like it can be so well documented and people can just not care. I guess.
Yeah,
you know,
it's just like
it's
as
belief,
documented.
like
I mean, it's like whatever.
Scientology.
Yeah, I mean, like whatever that. Yeah, like pre-pilgrimage, like, you know, as far as well documented goes, it's just like these are official documents of like whatever law house exists in like whatever tiny farm town. Like there's no news and there's no like Twitter or like any like registry of like things to look out for. It's just kind of like private information at the time, right?
Yeah, it was still like Telegram time. I
Yeah,
believe,
so
right?
they were just like no one knew anything about anyone.
God, you
It was
There wasn't
so-
even like
you could-
newspapers
Yeah, you
or
literally just
anything.
like walk to a new town. Like, not an exaggeration. You just like walk away.
Yep.
You're like, I'm walking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
understand.
I think he got tarred and feathered on his way to Utah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how he died. And then Brigham Young took over. And he was the one who actually got them.
That's a
Maybe that's-
hilarious
To the
version of
promised
getting
land.
nailed to the cross.
Yeah.
Getting
That's
tarred
fun
and
as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably tried to swindle someone out of something on the way,
Right. Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
didn't like his beliefs.
From what I understand, polygamy is a big part of Mormon culture, and the women are generally just sort of confined to like homemaking roles. Are the rest of like the aspects of Mormonism as common sense as that?
Well, the polygamy bit is like fundamentalist stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like when the pilgrimage happened and they went to like get their promised, you know, go to the promised land and like start, you know, Mormonizing the West and all that stuff.
Which was Salt Lake City.
Which was Salt Lake City and everything. Yeah, when they got there to Zion and all that. Eventually the like U.S. government came out to like see what was going on, like a little census action. They were like, couldn't help but notice you got like 20 billion wives. We don't know how to tax that, or even like, you know, we don't like, this is the one thing you guys are doing great except for this. So how's about you guys stop doing that? And like by stop I mean you guys can legally have only one wife at a time. Then the rest of them have to be some kind of not papered version of wife. You guys can still run the, you know, do your thing, but like we're just not gonna we're not gonna like legally observe this. And if you want like full what the fuck is it? I'm blanking on the word. Basically, yeah, the gov was like, stop doing this, or if you're going to do it, like you guys need to like give up or like go deeper into the hills and shit like that. So the group, like everything split at that point. There was like fundamentalists who were like, this is the only way to do it is like have all these wives and like bunker down. And then there was a bunch of people who became the ones that you know now, like the Latter-day Saints, who were like, we'll bite, like we'll do regular style, you know, just
Yep.
one wife at a time.
Just a lot of family home evening.
Yeah, Monday.
Was that fun?
I mean, like, I'm sure it was for some families. Like, it had to have been for some families. It was alright. It was just like,
Like no TV and shit, right? That's all it is. You just have to spend time together.
No, I mean, yeah, like, quality time together was part of it. Like, we weren't, like, that gung-ho, like, no TV together. We definitely had, like, lesson-style stuff, and, like, we had to, like, read to each other and, like, do things like that. But,
Nice.
It would close with us, like, just watching TV. It was just like, you know, it was just a night that was, like, reserved for fam. Like, you can't go out, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
We didn't really have, like, my brothers had, like, a cell phone, but, like, we didn't have phones at the time, so it would have been, like, a no phones kind of situation, but that wasn't relevant yet, so.
Cool.
Yeah. No, Mondays are like that, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It is funny
Sweet.
to imagine like some irritated lawmaker showing up and being like, "Holy shit, you have 10 wives," and the guy's like, "Yeah, you jealous?" And he's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Actually, I really am.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put a stop to
but
it."
you can't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like that. It's cool.
Do I have more questions?
Yeah, you can ask anything you want.
Did they try to push you into missionary stuff or no? Or were
I
you too young?
No, well, I quit when I was like 14,
Okay.
which is like at the precipice of.
When you would have started doing
Yeah,
that shit?
yeah. You when you turn 14, you go on this thing called Trek, which is like a big, awesome, like intense, brainwash type deal.
Yeah.
And from that point on, they're like, yeah, they dig into you pretty hard. You have to start going to seminary, which is like going to read scriptures before like school every day, which sucks
shit.
ass. Like my brothers had to do. I remember one of my brothers did that. I don't know if both of them did.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just like I quit like right before it gets like really serious.
Cool.
Which was sick.
You ever know anyone to like go do mission work and get like speared as they approach the island? Whatever. Those are always my favorite stories. Like they'll go to try and talk uncontacted tribes into becoming Mormon or whatever.
That's
and
literally
then, they just get shot with arrows as they approach.
It's literally the plot of It's literally the plot of the Book of Mormon, is that they have to go to Uganda and be missionaries over there, and then they convert all of them to Mormonism. But the dude is lying about. He just keeps making shit up.
Did you
so
ever
he
see
says that
in
like
your Peace Corps days?
Like missionary work?
Yeah, people get speared or anything?
People get speared?
They're like,
no.
You made it sound like because you were saying like this is my favorite type of story. So I'm like, have you heard stories like this? Like what? Wait.
Well, it's I don't know. There's just something I guess what I really like about a story like that is it's just funny to me how ironic it is, because it's like that's a sign from God, if anything, that you should keep to yourself and let people do what they want to do. Don't try to convert people. It seems like God is literally saying like leave these people alone.
Well, I mean, you'll be pleased to know that in the Mormon faith and like in the Mormon practice, they are specifically looking for people who will look like they're from where they want them to go. Like, when you get called for your mission, it's supposed to be like a divine thing that like your bishop figures out for you. But in reality, it's just like, all right, if you're white, you're going to go somewhere white. If you're brown, you're going to go somewhere brown, so on and so forth. Like, they will pick you out to be the most effective. If you have like if you're bilingual or whatever, like, that's all worked in and like used as advantageously as possible. And like, they don't, I mean, like, they act like it's divine, but it's like it's very thinly shrouded. It's just like, they're going to put you where you would work. Every time. It
is funny to imagine them sending the one black guy to the one African country and be like, yeah, we don't know. Just crazy.
Yeah, so wild. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I never saw, I never was around any uncontacted tribes. I did know some people, I mean, I heard legends of people like taking trips to the Amazon and stuff and like seeing wild shit. Just like very dangerous spiders and like cocaine labs and things of this nature.
Sure.
And the only violence that I saw when I was there was like political. Like there was one night where my host mom was like, "Don't do your community class tonight." Like there was a demonstration.
Just don't go out. Yeah.
And they used tear gas. And I was like, "You're being dramatic." And I went outside. And I was like, "Oh God."
Oh fuck.
Damn.
Yeah.
She's not lying.
But yeah, I don't think uncontacted tribes use tear gas. That would be hilarious.
If they were advanced enough.
Yeah, they skipped every other technological step.
We keep this for exactly these situations. It's the one thing they taught us that we want to keep. Yeah, no, it's great.
Hey, on the walkie-talkie, like, they have tear gas. They have what?
Got a lot of it. Like a lot.
They don't even have clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, so I started the missionary pressure. Plus, neither of my parents went on missions. They both were, like, converts in, like, basically adulthood. So there wasn't any of that, like, carrying the torch shit.
Yeah.
But I came up around a lot of, like, kids in church, in families who were, like, tried and true, like, you know, they were gonna have to go. And it was, like, it was way darker and worse to, like, see kids who were, like, we were watching them in real time, like, grow up and, like, lose their faith and, like, realize this is all a crazy sham and, like, these people can't read your mind and, like, all this stuff. And it's, like, they're still gonna have to, like, sell their best years to it. Not even sell. You don't get anything back. You literally get to, like, corrupt others. That's the whole deal.
Yeah. So waste your years.
Yeah, just, like,
much.
waste your, like, most awesome youthful moments and, like, and like, do some, like, just stuff that's, like, not worth anything, not good, you know? It's just predatory and bad, and, like, yeah, I saw some, like, kids on the brink of that, like, at the same age as me, but they're just, like, they're about to go into it, and I was like, I'm out, like, I don't want to, no way.
Yeah.
Good for you. What do you think it was about you that, like, made that possible? Because some people,
Easy.
I guess,
my parents divorced. My mom halfway left the faith while she was divorcing my dad. Like, she maintained, she like, you know, has her testimony. She, like, believes in the church and Jesus Christ and everything. But, like, she, you know, quit my dad, quit the church, started drinking and smoking, having a normal life, being a normal lady. Literally just, like, as soon as that happened, everything got cooler, way better, way more relaxed. And, like, splitting custody, like, weekends at mom's house, we don't have to go to church. And then that became, like, I moved in with her, so it became, like, the weekends I stayed at dad's house, the only time I have to do it. And there's, like, none of those rules anymore at my mom's. Yeah, it all just, like, cascaded away easily.
She must have really fallen in love with your dad to
No,
sign
she
on to
was
something
Mormon.
like that. Oh, I thought.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I misheard you.
twist. she converted him, and
Damn.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
She converted him, and then she left.
And then she left. Yeah,
hilarious.
He was really into it. Like,
Yeah.
it worked out really well for him at the time because he was like, he was looking for a like structure and like a reason to like quit booze and like have like a new alley in life.
Yeah.
And so when she showed up and was just like, yeah, I'm in like a patriarchal religion where no one drinks and like no one does any drugs and like we have like fun little secret meetings for like all sorts of different like, you know, groups of ourselves, you know, like this, that, the other. There's like secret handshake, you know, like, love that. It worked out great.
Literally.
For real, yeah, of course, dude. There's mad secret handshakes.
It is like a religion designed by like a 15-year-old boy. It's like I'm gonna have all the
I'm telling
chicks.
you,
We're
like,
gonna
they
have
literally,
6 secret handshakes.
he wanted to be like a Freemason. Like they wanted to like model a bunch of shit after like Freemasonry, and they couldn't, you know, they just copied them. They just did all this stuff like them.
Well, I mean, not to detract from what that is, but it's like watch any cult documentary. Like structurally, they're all the same. They're all the same. They all.
Oh, you don't have to worry about detracting it from it. Like
Yeah.
diminish it. Literally, yeah. No, it's all just. It's just it's just a type of game to play. You know.
Right.
Like there's nothing special about. Besides the fact that it's like extremely like successful.
Yeah.
There is so much fucking money in that. Oh my god, they have so much money. There's you should, if you guys like little wormholes and like, you know, like rabbit holes about like information and stuff, just start looking up how like wealthy the Mormon church is and how many times they've been like discovered for having more wealth than they've claimed and stuff. Like,
oh, I'm sure
it just gets crazy. Yeah.
They're keeping Joseph's fucking trickery going, dude.
Is it like just small donations or?
Oh, we pay tithings. We pay 10% of all of our income.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're man.
Yeah.
Your church is gonna get rich if you do that.
Yeah. 10% goes in, and it just goes in, and it comes back to you if you need it. But it does things
but
like.
you better really fucking need it. I imagine.
Well, yeah. But we have like food product lines, like Desiree food products. Like we have like stuff that's all about like we have like all the production lines for us to make the things that we encourage every family to have in the case of end times. Like every family is supposed to have at least 2 years of supplies in case like everything went down, you know.
That's another 15-year-old boy idea. It's
yeah.
Like, all right, in case of the apocalypse.
Yeah. They want Mormons to be like the guys you have to turn to be like, oh no, none of us are prepared. And like our whole deal is like we're fucking Boy Scouts. Like we love that shit. We're like we want to provide. We want to be like calling the shots because we're like the most prepared for the worst things to happen. So and that's like for not one guy, but every single member of the church is supposed to be like that ready all the time.
Yeah, it's interesting. I had this thought sometimes. You ever see the show Doomsday Preppers?
No. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. I've seen a couple of those.
Like the mentality of those guys, it's interesting to me. And I guess, to your point, like imagining if you're not powerful in this world, but you can imagine a scenario in which you would be the most powerful person. Just live in hopes that scenario happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
and
that's
if it does, then you're fucking,
All those dudes are big fans of that new Fallout show that just came out.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
What a great game.
Yeah.
Have you watched any of that?
I haven't, no.
Yeah. Did you play the game at all?
I played it a little bit. It was always one of those games that everybody in my life told me I should play.
Yeah.
And then I didn't.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, I've heard it's great, though.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Great games.
Yeah.
The fourth one was set in Mass.
Mm.
Like you could go to
Right, I remember that.
and-
That's the only one I played a little bit of.
Oh, okay,
My buddy
yeah.
John was like, dude, this one, you can
It's set
literally
in
walk through
Boston.
your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like, fucking throw it on.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah, it's interesting. All these people on Doomsday Preppers have different ideas of what's going to happen. But that is the common thread, that if that thing does happen, then they become the authority in the whole world.
Yeah.
Just, that's such an interesting... I hadn't thought about it quite like that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that Mormons did that. That's pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
we're
sick.
preppers. It's like part of our whole deal.
My my aunt his wife grew up in Utah, but they weren't Mormons. But she knows a lot
That's very
around
fun
it.
and cool.
Yeah.
It's like honestly like a very funny and cool thing to do. Like for the bit, that's a very funny, cool thing to do. Like just be a black sheep in that kind of environment.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like it's like Portlandia in there, like but Mormon style. Like it's just like.
Well, like most of her family was, but just like her dad and her mom weren't, so they were like the black sheep of their whole entire family.
Nice.
They were like the only non-Mormons.
Nice.
How'd they end up there, for like work or something?
Well, my aunt moved to Boston. That's how she met my uncle. But no, they lived there when they were kids. I don't know.
Grew up there.
Yeah. I don't know how her mom and dad got there. Yeah.
No, my family's like the only Mormons. Like we're the black sheep of like a family of just like regular ass like Irish Catholic people.
Okay.
Like everybody drinks like fish. They're all normal. They're all cool.
Yep.
Like we're the only ones who like went weird.
And it's because your dad met your mom, pretty much.
Yeah. It's just because my dad decided to go sober, and like no one else was gonna do that. He's like the only one in our family who's ever done that.
Yeah.
And so it just dovetailed perfectly with like that.
I guess being a Mormon might be just as annoying as being an AA guy.
It's
like a really deep
try
AA.
to do both.
Yeah.
Going on both at once. Yeah. But that's kind of that's par for course with my dad is like he's not an AA guy. His quitting style is like I don't need AA, I don't need steps. Like it's all sheer willpower, and like I'm just gonna do it, and I'll also be this Mormon guy too. But like none of the like I think he like resents that kind of like style of like self-work or whatever.
Yeah.
So
well, it's hilarious because with joining Mormonism, that is what he's doing.
Yeah, he did the same thing.
He found a form of AA that's actually even more intense and all-consuming than actual AA.
Absolutely, yeah. But he gets to
He's
phrase
like,
it.
I don't
He
need
gets
any
to
of that
phrase
AA
it totally
shit.
differently.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Yeah.
And then proceed to do something way worse.
Yeah. Way more intensive, way more like life-consuming, and
AA is a gateway to religion for a lot of people, though. I mean, you know, like giving up and like essentially that's the first thing they tell you when you walk in. It's like, give the fuck up, dude. Just give up. Let God take the wheel.
Just let go. Just let go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, and we have me to thank for it. That's it. This is just how this. So now I grew up Mormon, and now I'm like this.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I think you're very well adjusted.
It works great.
Yeah.
I mean, you're hilarious. You have that to thank for sure.
Yeah. Mormons do teach you. They're really big on like, public speaking. Like charisma and public speaking is like one of the the highest grades. You know, they want to nurture everybody to be like a really good natural born leader who's like very like face friendly and like, you know, just has all the right like mannerisms and everything because they want you to be everyone's supposed to be a missionary. You know, you're
I've never heard that expression before. That's interesting.
I don't know if that's an expression. I said that just now. But
okay. It rolled off the tongue. It was good.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Yeah, no, just like literally that though, just like knowing how to move your face the right way when you're talking to someone.
Because you need to be able to just ring people's doorbells and be like, "Hey."
Literally, there's like there's no colder
yeah, pretty
open.
much.
Yeah, no, and they get you like they just teach you that from like you can bury your testimony as young as you want to, and what that is like getting up in front of an audience of like 70 people and like talking into the mic and you just riff. You just say why you believe in God and like what is making you say this right now.
Yeah, like Black Church.
Yeah. It's great.
Truly.
Can I get an amen?
Yeah, fucking Bishop T. Jake's one of the richest, most entertaining dudes in the fucking country.
I'm not gay no more. That's one of my favorite.
That's
we were talking memes.
Though.
We were talking memes earlier. That's a great one.
Yeah. I don't remember that one.
Some dude at a black church, and he's like, he was gay, but God saved him, and now I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. You know that? You don't know that one?
No.
Oh, it's a classic. It's great.
The whole idea of like training everybody to be a leader has always felt weird to me. Like I remember, like like I haven't had a ton of like big corporate jobs, but like they would always encourage you to do like a leadership program or leadership course or something like that. And I was just like, if everybody's a leader, I mean,
Yeah.
should be some fucking
Who's gonna follow?
courses, realistically.
Yeah.
That works great for Mormons because everyone who follows is not Mormon.
True.
It's all the non-Mormons. Those are the followers. We're the leaders.
Yeah.
Duh.
True. Yeah.
It works itself right out.
You know, it's occurring to me. I don't know. Is any state in the country more associated with a specific group of people?
Utah.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Utah.
Oh, more?
It occurs to me that I don't think I know of any other state that is so. When I think of Utah, I think of Mormons.
Oh yeah.
Florida and crackheads.
Yeah. But I mean, Florida's a fucking crazy melting pot. There's so much down there. You know what I mean? It's And the majority of the country's like
I get
that.
exactly what you're asking, and I don't think there is.
No, there
I don't
definitely
think
isn't.
there's anything else like as heavy-handed in affiliation like that. But no, Utah really is. Yeah, I think that's it.
You got Park City and you got
Yeah.
Mormons.
Yeah.
I guess maybe Boston with like Irish people is
Not
like
even.
close though.
Like I mean, I don't.
Well, we're
maybe.
so cosmopolitan at this point.
Yeah.
It's,
No, now,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
Originally,
yeah. Like in the 80s and
Irish,
shit,
Yeah.
it was
Italian.
like
Boston's
yeah.
just, I mean, to me now it's just synonymous with like, you know, it's blue collar and it is also Ivy League at the same time.
Yes.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah. Which is a funny combination.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see it all the time, like unironically. It's not just one of those things people say about like you see it all the. It's such a funny cross section of people.
Yeah.
Like people.
No, it's a really cool city.
Yeah.
I mean, like this place sucks, but I love it. It's so good.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
have the construction
so
workers
good.
who use the N-word more than anybody else, and then you have the people on Harvard's campus that get offended by the N-word more than everybody else. We have both ends of that spectrum.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good. That's a sign of a good city.
It's not a good city.
Yeah.
A city that works. Yeah.
A city that what?
Works.
Fuck. Oh, last Mormon question.
Get it?
Promised Land. What did they tell you about that? Everyone's supposed to have their own, right?
Okay,
It's your own
so
version.
There's
I can't prepare tonight, Ed.
Hell yeah.
Don't worry.
there's 3 tiers of heaven.
Okay.
There's the celestial kingdom and the terrestrial kingdom and the telestial kingdom, and
Telestial? What was the third one?
terrestrial and then telestial. Yeah.
Telestial.
Telestial. I'm softening
Telestial.
the
Okay,
yeah, sorry,
I
I'm
get it.
softening
No.
the T a little.
Now
Sorry
I
about that,
understand.
yeah.
Now I understand. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the top tier, in the celestial kingdom, is when you get to have your own planet and you get to be like your own god and that whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
The lower tiers do not get that. And we have a hell, but it's called outer darkness, and it's very difficult to get to.
Oh, did you ever have a spooky Mormon hell dream?
Just the life I live now. It's like, you know,
You're
like,
looking at it.
do you know how far I've like fallen from the light? Like, dude, I'm fucked. Yeah, no, no, I never had any like, no spooky dreams. No, actually, no. I mean, I have Mormon dreams. Like, I have like scary Mormon dreams. But
No,
they're
because
not
that's
about
like
hell.
a
They're just,
that's like
about
a
Mormon
thing from the play, but I looked it up after I saw it for the first time, and like that's like a real thing that Mormon people talk about. Is like that one time they had like they all have like a similar dream of like
It's like
hell. It's like something that they like teach into you or something. I don't know.
What's
it
the
must
dream
be.
of hell?
I don't know. It's like like that Satan's like I don't know. It's supposed to be like a dream that like it makes them want to be missionaries so they can be better.
Damn, that sounds like
Or-
some just like really cool placebo stuff.
Just
No, it definitely
Yeah.
is. It's
Just
like
indoctrination.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. It's just, I mean, because like there is a lot of talk of just like, and you will be moved, and you will like realize, and like something will happen, something will like dawn on you.
Yeah.
But like if there's anything that they're like good for, it's just being like really effectively vague. Like they just let you make it up. They let you decide what vision you're having.
Right, you
'Cause that's-
project your own insecurities and problems onto it.
Yeah.
And it
All
becomes-
that's there. Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't have any weird hell dream though.
Fuck yeah.
I've had weird Mormon dreams, but no hell dreams.
I was interested by what you said that like it's really hard to get to hell, where like by comparing it like by Christianity standards. Like,
yeah,
Christians
I mean,
is pretty easy.
it's like you, because like in most of the religions, like suicide will get you sent to hell and stuff like that. And murder and like things like that. You can do all that and you'll still get to the lowest tier of heaven in Mormonism.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of leeway. There's a lot of like understanding and like a lot of just like you fucked up. Like you shouldn't have done that, but you're not damned. Like, I would go to outer darkness. I would go to hell because I'm an apostate, which is like someone who's descended from the church, and then also my word to others is about how it's not good and it's not real. Like
that'll get you there, definitely.
Yeah, no, being someone like an anti-missionary, like literally just being like stay away from the Mormon church, like that will totally get me like super badly disqualified and like sent to a bad place. The fun fact of it is that like if I was ever dealing with like a truly Mormon person, they couldn't sign contracts with me. Like it's against religious policy there too. Like you can't make deals with people who like work for hell, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's how bad I am to that to that idea. Yeah. Like you're
a fucking rebel, dude.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's fine.
That is pretty metal.
I just want to drink Coke.
Yeah,
I literally want to watch South Park and drink Coke. Like that's why I was just like, I'm not Mormon. I'm over. It's done. Yeah.
I was also chuckling to myself, thinking of like a Mormon hell dream, being like, just your joke about being at a party and being like, do you have ginger ale? Like, just being at a party with no ginger ale.
Yeah, literally.
There's nothing I can drink here.
No bevs to be had.
Mormon nightmare.
Yeah, no, that was it. That was honestly like growing up Mormon is a nightmare. It's just like the worst experience ever because there's every single thing that you want to be able to do is like what makes you different from everyone. Like you can't hang, you can't watch the stuff. Right. You're always busy on Sunday. You just like all these weird fucking rules. Like it blows, man. Yeah,
I remember when I was younger and my parents didn't let me stay up to finish the Super Bowl. They'd be like, "You'll find out the score in the morning. You have to go to bed." And I thought like, I might kill myself. So
I love that.
So I think I also relate. I know what you went through, Elle.
Yeah, literally though.
I don't get to see which team is going to Disney World,
it's just
dude.
that feeling every second
literally
of every day.
Literally just can't do the fun shit. All the fun stuff, can't do it. Also, yeah, literally imagine someone being like, I can drink a soda that's like more powerful than yours. And I'm like, what?
It is weirdly emasculating.
It's got a drug in it? Are you kidding me? Like, and this makes you more like, yeah, no, it's an insane feeling. Yeah.
Man, imagine it in like and you didn't even grow up with social media. Like I suppose it was on its way in towards the end before you got out. You said you got out at what, 14?
14. Yeah.
14. Okay. I'm just thinking, yeah. I think Facebook FOMO really started setting in for me around 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I was going into... We're the same age, yeah. You're... How old
29, too.
Okay, yeah, so the same age. Yeah, I was going into high school when I was at the age where I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore. And that was exactly when I got a cell phone, too. So, just like, everything worked out great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I had Facebook, but there was no, no Instagram, no Twitter, anything like that.
I mean, if you're really sold on the idea, it might help with the FOMO problem. Because, I mean, my problem was in high school, I'd see, parties with hot people that I wasn't invited to. But if I genuinely thought that all those people were going to hell, it might make me feel better about it.
Yeah, that's true.
They wouldn't be going to hell, though. Partying won't get you sent to hell. Partying just gets you to, lower tier heaven, which is, I don't know if they know this, but when you cut it up like that, you're like, I don't care! Yeah. I should just sin too. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's true, yeah.
And I suppose because they're not apostates, because they never joined the religion, they kind of already...
Exactly.
It's not a notch against them. Yeah.
It's, you're just innocent because you're you are not faced with those choices.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, that's a pretty wild position to take. The only sin
it's
is
not
disloyalty to us.
It's not the only way that you get sent to outer darkness. There's other ways. You know, it's like I said, like murder you can like get off on, but it's like homicide, like that kind of thing where they're like, you know, act of passion or like accidental, or you know, like these things happens, or like, you know, what, there's a lot of, there's literally
These
tons,
things happen.
there's tons of ways they like walk it back, but like when you're just like psycho bico, they're like, yeah, nah, like that guy's bad, you know, like I remember them being clear on Hitler. They're just like, yeah, Hitler did definitely go to outer darkness, that guy sucked, even with their like what's the word I want to use here, even with their God,
like
the way Mormons are like avoid talking about Jews is so funny. Like they're so super avoidant, but they did clarify that one thing. They were just like, yeah, and like a guy like Hitler would go to outer darkness and terrorists and
yeah. Well, it's like that porn thing, like you know it when you see it. Remember, like so. Surely you've heard of this at some point. But yeah, when they were like coming up with laws to decide where in the categories of free speech porn should go, the judge presiding over the case had a famous line in his opinion where he was like, "I can't put a fucking like exact word on what porn is, but I know it when I see it."
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
great. It
great
just sounds like
quote.
that was effectively their policy. It's just
That's
like
basically
yeah,
it.
You know
yeah,
when
they're
you
like,
see
it's
it.
case by case, but like, you know,
Totally case by case.
We'll know
Yeah.
when it happens. Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of terrorism, have you guys been getting on my Instagram? It's like 9/11 videos all the time.
9/11 is hot right now.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I think it's probably just Middle East.
there's, like, a
being
bunch
back
of-
Well, your guys' algorithms are like
Maybe.
intrepidly involved. Like they probably hold hands because you guys are so close as people. So, like your algorithms like know each other and like you guys are getting.
Yeah, our
you guys-
algorithms probably have a podcast together.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys, literally though. Like that's you guys are getting like the same
algorithms
things.
are this
Like
podcast.
yeah, exactly.
like you guys are both getting 9/11 right now because one of you is getting 9/11 and the other one is like.
That is a level
That
of
could
like
be.
algorithm that I've
I'm not lying.
observed recently. And
Yeah,
that is,
no, like
is
your
kinda
your
wild.
feed is
Oh,
like your
wh-
friends' feeds.
We
like,
do send each other a bunch of shit too
Yeah,
on
everything
Instagram,
you're
so they
sending back
probably
and- yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I, for one, am getting no 9/11 stuff in my feed.
Dude, there's like so many 9/11 accounts that just keep posting. Like, there's one that's like a different angle. Oh, the other thing, this new Instagram trend of like day whatever of doing this thing so I can gain more followers. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that
It's
at
the
all.
most insufferable people imaginable.
It's the new like making an Instagram for your pet type of deal, where it's like, how can I gain
almost
more?
I will say this
it's
method
it's
is like
worse.
it's not new, but it is like I guess it's like getting to Instagram now. I mean, but it's rampant. Like I've seen that.
It's
for
so
a
much
long
now.
time,
Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah. Here's the thing. It works.
Yeah.
It fucking works.
But pretty soon it's gonna be like day 4 of switching out my sister's insulin until I get 500,000 followers. I wrote that down. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that at the point tonight.
That's definitely probably already something that exists.
This is a bit I'm running by you guys, just so you know. I wrote it down. I'm gonna try it at the point tonight.
I
But
was just talking about this with Lathe too, which was like it algorithm reads and like interactions and like how we figured out that like you can net way more like views and like and like traction by referring to yourself in a third person instead of talking about your own work. If you like put up a video and you're like, this comedian goes crazy.
Yeah.
But it's you, and like it's you're posting yourself. But
Yep.
like if you can it like it's someone talking about someone else. AI loves that. They're literally
Yep.
just like, oh, it's already popular, and they'll just like push it in a completely other like way. It's
Holy
so-
shit, that's
Comedian-
so interesting.
yeah.
yeah.
You know
No,
what it reminds
like
me
comedian roasts crowd
Exactly,
crowd
yeah.
member or something.
of? Right.
yeah, not
Instead of I roast crowd
exactly.
member.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
if you were referring to it in a state of like it's already popular, like
Yeah.
you can trick the machine like very quickly into just being like, oh, well, I just need to multiply this like 1,000 times because it's gonna hit. It's already telling me that it hits.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's weird, but
Like,
it
must
works.
hit out in the world somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like not
yeah.
in here, but it reminds me of that. Not to bring everything back to Trump, but that thing he says sometimes. He'll say like people are saying, They'll just throw that at the end of the sentence. People are saying it's based on nothing.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying this, but if you're not really paying attention, it kind of sounds.
Yeah, this is
it sounds reassuring. It's reassuring.
Really
it's like,
classic snake oil sales.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just the idea that this is already rumored. This is you're the last person to hear about it. This is already being said.
Right.
This is already referred to as true. This is fact checked. This is done. It's done. It's already done.
People are saying farting in the courtroom is the way to go.
It's true.
People are saying you should take naps in the courtroom. That's the way to go.
Do we break on this?
Call back.
Is it possible to smoke a cigarette?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're at 55.
We could just.
I'm enjoying myself though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can keep chatting. I just wanted to because he's literally just playing Fortnite, and their mom snuck in their best friend who came up behind him and was like, "What's up, dudes?" And they both just start crying and be like, "Ah!" And that shit. It's the fact that it's just that kids have no agency, so when their friends have to go home, it's they never know when they're gonna see them again. They can't get in their car and drive to them. It's just
they're like dogs.
Yeah, they're literally just I miss you and I'll miss you. I hope I see you again. That's just it though. There's no. I don't know why that shit's so, I mean, just because I have a heart.
It is making me laugh imagining that this kid is just the kid's neighbor and he sees him every day.
Yeah.
That would be funny. Yeah.
Shit like that though. They're just I didn't think you were gonna be here. They lose their shit. It's so good. It's crazy.
The mom is you see him every day.
Yeah.
You gotta calm down.
Yeah.
You'll see him tomorrow.
We'll see him tomorrow. It would be weird if you didn't see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's very sweet. I mean, there's so many different kinds of those. The military ones are great. Guys coming home from Baghdad or whatever.
Oh, the dogs reacting to dudes coming home.
Reacting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
good stuff.
dog reunion videos, but
dog reunion.
kid reunion videos are crazy.
I think that might be the title of the episode: Dog Reunions.
Dog reunion videos.
Not bad. Not bad.
Mormon dog reunion.
Yeah, man returns home from Mormonism. Dog. Yeah.
woman returns home from Mormonism. Great song. Featuring L. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Timestamp it, baby. We got it.
There is something funnily confident to me about having a ridiculously long name for your thing. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Mac's new show that he made after that is Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet.
Yeah, or
this is the show
or something like that. Yeah.
He's getting $100 million from Apple to make, and that's what he's betting on. Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet.
Great.
Unfortunately, that decision to make the title that was the funniest thing about the show. It kind of bombed.
Oh, was it great? I didn't watch it.
I thought it was okay, but I was just oh, somebody from Sunny. This is this has potential to be the best thing ever.
Did you watch Curb?
I've watched some Curb.
Okay. I finished the finale. That's why I was going to bring that
what
up.
did you think?
It was great. I thought he nailed it.
Yeah, I thought so too.
All the tones to the Seinfeld finale was perfect. I think he did it.
Yeah.
After fucking 20-something years, he's like, all right, dude, we'll do it.
This is the last one. This is the last one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. I'm glad for that. I mean, not in any shape. Obviously, as if I could serve shade on an insanely popular and successful thing.
Yeah.
But no, just especially with just R.I.P. and everything else. It's the timing is good. It's huge character of the show passed away.
Yeah.
This is already when they were gonna end it. It's I mean, why would you ever open the book back up if this is it? This is very naturally it. And it feels good.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't see Larry David being really into the idea of CGIing Richard Lewis and seasons.
Yeah, that'd be just awful. Yeah.
No, I agree. It's the being oversaturated thing we were talking about earlier. You can be around for too long. It can get bad for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. He snuck out of it, I think. Yeah.
When you have that much fucking money that is coming in, it's you see why people hang around for too long.
Mm-hmm.
But
I just want to know if he's going to venture into anything else or not. He's going to get bored, dude. He's going to live. Yeah. He's too healthy unless he gets in a car accident, or he's going to live for mad long. Right, he's one of the healthiest people on planet Earth.
And I mean, look at Richard Lewis. Richard Lewis literally died doing it. You know,
Yeah.
it's still comedic acting.
Yep. I think it was all the old habits that got to him, though.
Probably, yeah. R.I.P. He was.
Yeah, R.I.P.
I really
Richard
liked
Lewis.
his appearances throughout the season too. He was super funny.
Yeah, he was good, dude.
Yeah.
He looked rough in these ones, though. In this newer season.
Yeah, you can see in the last few episodes in particular, his mobility is like incredibly limited. It's like it's tough. It's kind of tough to see.
Yeah, he looked like he couldn't even move like his head or anything.
Right.
You know?
And I wonder, had I not known that he was dying, if I would have picked up on that.
Yeah, like if he hadn't died yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so in retrospect, you'd be like, "Oh, now I understand," as opposed to going through it being like, "Fuck, this guy just died." You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
It's a different way to consume the.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Larry David. He literally just did an interview the other day with oh god, what's that guy's name? Chris Wallace, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And Wallace asked him, like, how do you spend your time? And he's like, I'm really very simple. I just get up and go to work every day. I don't like vacations. I don't like sitting around the house. I just want to work. So, and I fully believe him about that.
No, definitely, yeah. But, yeah.
Sometimes the workaholic narrative gets a little like, all right.
It does keep you, like, alive for way longer.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll dabble in other shit, I'm sure.
Yeah. It is something I like about...
I would love for him to start doing stand-up again, dude. That would be so sick.
It'd be great. Yeah. It is something I like about comedy, that there are so many great comedians and, like, comedic minds that do it and remain good at it until, like, literally the
end.
I mean, tons of people fall off, obviously. But, like, you know, I think the Louis and the, like, Joan Rivers of the world have all just gotten better, you know, over time.
Yep.
It's rare.
Yeah, well, that, like, remains to be, like, romantically the best way to end your career is, like, untimely by death. You know, like...
That's true, yeah.
You never get canceled, you never run out of material, you literally just, like, die on accident, and they're like, and that's why they had to stop.
Yeah, it's the
like,
27 Club.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's stupid that we're, like, we can't get away from, like, that as, like, a concept of being, like, how cool, you know, like, how great to be, like, immortalized that way, but yeah, I mean, literally, like, can you imagine, like, a better reason to stop than to just literally, like, be stopped? Like, you just physically cannot anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's looking at a guy that dies at 26 and is like, man, he should have hung it up years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, even, like, the older greats and stuff, too, just, like, Norm, like, kicking it the way he did was, like, yeah, like, because he wouldn't have stopped. And what we're saying with Larry is just, like, they're not going to stop either. You know, it's just, like, they're just going to die one day, but, like, in the middle of a set, that's how it's going to feel, no matter what.
Yep.
If they're living, like, the dream, and these are the characters who will do that, because they are, like, living legends at this point. Like, they will, no matter what happens, they'll die, like, in the middle of a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just imagine Norm telling OJ jokes right now while he's in heaven.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Just OJ gets
OJ
gets to hell and Norman's like, all right, I'll be right back.
Yeah, let me go down. Let me go down there for a little bit.
I gotta meet this guy. He's one of my heroes. Yeah, Norm fucking ruled, and it was so gangster to not tell anybody about the cancer, and I totally understand why he would do that. I mean, like already, like I was saying with watching Richard Lewis, it's just the moment you know somebody's sick like that, everything they do and say passes through that filter in your mind, and it like
it's true, yeah.
It fucks with it, you know.
Yep.
Whereas Norm, like, I enjoyed his I never thought of him that. Of course, none of us did. There was never any time to think of him in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just happened.
Yeah, it is swag to never admit you're dying. I'm fine. I'm good.
Yeah, just fucking.
Yeah.
Remember that scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
The night kisses
all
of his limbs.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just ahead.
Get back here, you pussy.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I want to die, for one. Literally just, like, be...
Limbless?
Yeah, limbless at the end of a, like, great comedy career, just literally being put down.
Fuck yeah.
Just taken out into the yard.
Yeah, that'd be the best. That would be ideal. Yeah.
Every time somebody invites you on a walk, you're like, maybe this will be the one. Hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, they're gonna Lenny me right now, dude. Sit you by the river.
Yeah, I haven't given much consideration to how I want to die. I think I might live forever. It's possible.
It's a classic move.
I mean, I haven't died yet.
Always an option.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You could always do that, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Something fucked me. Like, I saw, like, a really fucked up thing the other day that was, like, if you have siblings... Eddie, close your ears. If you have siblings, then one of you will go to a funeral where everyone is there. And one of you will go to a funeral where most of you are there. And then one day you'll go to a funeral, or it'll be yours, and no one will be there. And just, like, this dwindling, like, cascade of, like, yeah, that is the rule with fucking siblings. Like, it's terrifying. Huh? Like, someone's gonna see all of them. Someone's gonna see every funeral. They're gonna see all of their fucking siblings die. And then that one will have no siblings at their funeral. It's just like, Jesus God, literally, are we all a book? I'm gonna die. No! Like, no! It's too much. I have a lot of siblings, so I, like, have to think. I think about that, and then I think about how,
Yeah, but winning sounds like the best option in that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Being the last one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't care if there's no one at my funeral.
You
if you don't like them.
Right?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters.
Do any of them have kids?
No, I'm the only one with a kid.
How do you feel about their potential deaths? Are you pumped?
I'll probably be the first one to go, to be honest.
Well, no, I was going to say, like, because this is another trip with, like, sibling thought, is, like, my brother has a daughter, and so that means I'm on dad's side of the family.
Mm.
And, like, you're to your kid, your sisters are on dad's side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I don't know if your BM has, like, siblings too, but I'm just, like...
Yeah.
Because, I don't know, it's weird, like, at a certain age that, like, dawns on you, where you're like, yeah, it branches. Like, it gets so... It's crazy. Like, there's sides of
just
families. Like, that's literally how it works. And I grew up with it, and it was super normal then, but, like, when it's happening to you, you're like, whoa, wait, hang on, what... Wait, oh no. Like, it's just a trip, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm on a dad's side of the family. And unless I have a kid, then I will only be on dad's sides of families.
Okay.
Or no, I have 2 younger siblings, but or two younger sisters, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you ever think about how, like, that's, I don't know, like, affecting your potential lineage? Like, is that something... How much do you think about your afterlife? How much do you think about your legacy, Al?
Those weed fucking drinks are hitting you, dude. That's 10% THC talking for the listeners. Alright, good.
Dude, I don't know. Yeah, like, legacies, it is, I mean, I don't think about legacy a lot. I guess I think about, like, some impact, but, like, I feel like legacy is, like, so family driven, so I feel like it's very, like, kind of male oriented, you know, when you're, like, making families and all that stuff. Like, if you're sitting in, like, the femme seat, you know, you're supposed to change your name, you know, it's like,
that's true.
What legacy? What are you talking about? Like, the whole deal is that I, like,
branch off into a different one.
Yeah. In our modern times, I think fewer and fewer people are doing that. I think it's still the vast majority.
In any case, I just don't think about it a lot. Like, I'm not, like, I don't know. I don't have any, like, I don't think about if my name will go on at some point. Outside of, like, comedy, which, like, I have expectations for that, but, like...
What do you make of the expression, the only time you ever truly die is the last time somebody says your name?
Oh, you mean like Coco?
What?
Like straight up like Coco?
Who's high here? What are you talking about?
It's like the Disney Pixar movie Coco.
Oh, I never saw that.
That's the whole premise.
Ah.
You should watch it. It'll probably give you like a whole flip, but like
it's a rich idea for a Disney movie.
It is like the premise is literally just like the last time that you're thought of, or like the last time someone says your name is like when you die in the afterlife, and like one of the main characters is like trying to restore his memory in a family. Like, he's desperate for this one character to, like, help the rest of them remember or, like,
him.
realize who he is so he can live longer in the afterlife. But, like, he's fading away very rapidly because, like, XYZ past
Just
life.
wasn't a memorable. He was just a boring guy.
Not unmemorable, but just, like, a bad guy. You know, he has, like, a checkered past or whatever. So, yeah. But that, I mean, that concept, it's true. I mean, it is just true. I think about, like, when I was growing up, I heard this factoid. I remember being, like, fucking, like, 13 and, like, telling my Suzu about, my grandma, about this and being like, did you know that, like, we've estimated and every person on Earth averages out a first-hand impact on 2,000 people? Like, between 1,700 and 2,000 people. And, like, how that's, like, that's so not it now. Like, when I was telling her this, it was true, because, like, we were just at the cusp of social media. And I was like, this is, like, a fact. It's, like, you will affect 2,000 people in your life. And I remember her, like, musing over it, being like, well, I probably topped that, but, like, that's because I've had, like, a very, like, social life. Like, I've been very forward-facing the whole time. And now it's, like, the average is probably insane. Like, it's got to be, like, I don't know. Holy shit, how could you average that? Like, what's the average number of followers?
Well, you also have, like, the outliers at the top who are affecting, like, literally half the planet.
Yeah.
Like, Taylor Swift is affecting half the planet. I mean, people made jokes about this, but, like, there were actual studies that came out that said that who she endorses for president could, like, have a
sway the election.
Have a significant, like, enough of an impact to really matter.
Yeah, she's so impactful there are conspiracy theories. So yeah.
Right, yeah. That's when you made it. Dude.
That's when you have
That's when you truly made it.
No, when there's literally conspiracy theories about it. That's why I'm so excited about, like, Ice Spice. Is, like, she's literally out the gate conspiracies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She probably makes them up herself. She seems...
I don't know.
She seems sneaky in that
But, like,
way.
that she's an industry plant, that, like, she's a Satan worshiper, like, literally, like, there's so much shit swirling around her, like, instantly. That's why I'm, like, I'm so stoked that I think she's literally gonna, like...
You're in on it? You down for it?
I'm so down for it. Yeah,
Fuck
like, she's gonna be someone who, like, does crazy shit because she's just got, like, such... All of that kind of attention, like, immediately. It's crazy.
Well, you know... Where that makes sense to me is that she does seem, like, even by our standards of pop culture, she does seem pretty incredibly talentless. Like, she's fun to listen to in interviews. She's a fun character, you know?
Have you seen that ass, though?
The ass is ridiculous, but tons of people have asses. And
the
hair is ridiculous. But, like, I can see why somebody would be suspicious. Like, how did this person get famous? Like, none of the rhymes are interesting or creative. The songs are terrible.
Yeah.
Like Taylor Swift,
she never done to me. You never done to me. Your boy is a bum to me. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of just like a much weaker,
catchy,
like less interesting version of Cardi B. Like Cardi B came along and I think got popular in the same way where like not only is she sexy, but she's just fun and funny and like
yeah, but Ice Spice doesn't have that though.
Kind of. I don't know. She's like
not as much.
Kind of in
I think
on the
she
joke.
does.
She is.
I mean, like I think that like her target demo is like not you.
No, definitely.
And so,
yeah.
like,
yeah.
You know,
she's funny.
But I fuck with Cardi B.
Yeah,
Cardi
like,
B's
the
cool
people who are
and
tapped
she's
in
pretty
with
funny.
her, just like she's
worship,
really good, dude. She's really like she's such a fun figure. She's so easily like.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah, her tweets are great. Like.
Yeah.
Her
whole style is great. Her whole attitude. I mean, like I'm saying this like with everything that you guys have just said. We're just like. I think she's catchy. I think she's funny. I think she's as talented as any other pop star we've seen, like, rise up. I just specifically like her because of the heat she gets for being what you guys described as, like, everyone thinks she's talentless, and yet she's, like, permeated so quickly
popping
and
off,
so well into so many things. I'm like, well, you can't really call that anything but it. You know, she's the source. Whatever it is, she's fucking dialed in, you know? Like,
right, yeah.
And that's cool. I mean, I like that a lot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that is a talent in of itself.
Yeah.
And I think there's something about what I was saying about, like, the energy of the music and the way it's presented. It's like she's in on the joke, almost. Like, she like, recognizes that she's, like, playing a character.
Yeah.
Like, this last song that was such a hit, like, You Ain't the Shit, parentheses, fart. Mm-hmm. That's a troll, you know?
It's so funny.
That's a troll, and it became a hot song.
Yeah.
Because,
It's so good.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. Okay. So
it's awesome.
Yes, if you look at it through this lens, she is the most awesome.
A lot of fart talk on this episode.
Yeah,
huh?
no, big farts.
Yeah,
Big fart episode.
big fart episode.
Big fart episode. That's the title.
With two of the most orange people in America.
Yeah.
Oh, chill. Hell yeah.
That's the through line.
Yes.
Alright, I gotta fucking
We gotta
get the fuck out of
Oh, you
here.
got a piece?
All right. Well,
Yeah, I gotta go to the point.
thank you for coming, Al. This is great.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah,
was
it's
awesome.
super easy.
Fuck
Thank
yeah.
you.
Word.
This ain't nothing but down. Don't let them keep you down.